What else are you gonna put in here that's gonna have as much curb appeal in your front yard as a water feature? Nothing. Today's your birthday? Happy birthday, Jackson. That's awesome. Here, I'll give you a birthday slap, okay?
One smart fellow, he felt smart.
Okay, good. Two smart fellows, they felt smart.
Two smart fellows, they smell fart.
What is the story with this? Deep peace of shining state, deep peace of quiet earth. What's the story with that?
It's like a peace pole.
A peace pole.
Yes.
I love it. I'm gonna call this the Peace Pole Pond. Where are we at, Dan?
We're in Harrison Township, Michigan.
I see your sign. Oh, here it is. So this is cool. So this is a pondless waterfall in the front. This pond happens to be for your longest teammate, correct? Brian's dad?
Yep.
This is Brian's dad's house.
This is Brian's mom and dad's house.
Wow, look at this. Amen. Right next to the front entranceway. What else are you gonna put in here that's gonna have as much curb appeal in your front yard as a water feature? Nothing. That sound, there's not a person that comes up to this door to knock on it that's not gonna mention this water feature. Hey, that's Brian's dad, huh? Oh, I love that shirt. Come here, buddy. Let me see that shirt. Mr. Pond Crazy himself. Give me knuckles with that. What's your name?
Jackson.
Jackson, spin around. Let me see that. Pond Crazy. I'm assuming this is Grandpa? You like coming over to Grandpa and Grandma's house? Do you like the water feature? What do you like about it?
The water, the rock.
Ever put anything in there and play around in it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How you doing, Dad? The pond guy, Greg. So how did this go? Because this is kind of an interesting story. So how long is Brian with you? 7 years?
8 years now.
8 years, okay. Obviously, you knew what your son did for a living.
Absolutely.
So how did this all happen here?
Brian and I, we came into work and said, what are we doing today? I don't know, what do you want to do? Let's go build a waterfall at your mom and dad's house. He goes, okay, let me call him first. That was it. That was it.
That was great.
You know, we had some tall shrubs just like this one over here.
Uh-huh.
All the way up and through here. We had 3 more of them right there.
So pretty much a traditional curb, you know, that you would see bush, 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 shrub, shrub, shrub. Yeah. And you came out and met, and how long did it take you to design this and build it?
Day and a half.
About a day and a half.
So quite a difference. So now, let me ask you, sir, now that you have a pondless waterfall in your front, does anybody walk to your front door ever and not say something?
I've had at least a half a dozen in the last couple months.
They come up here and
walking by and saying, wow.
Well, exactly. If you want curb appeal, get rid of the grass and put it upon this waterfall. You've never owned a water feature, so how much work is this, Dad?
Close to zero. I mean, it's nothing really, plus it's weed here and there, I mean, nothing major.
Yeah, the weeds in the garden, not the water feature.
Exactly. I mean, as far as the feature itself, not zero.
Amen. So did you put an engine on here? What'd you put on here? So it's just rolls? Is it on a timer? Does it turn off?
That's up to them. I think.
You have it on a timer?
Yeah, we got
a remote. It's an AquaSurge.
Turn it on, turn it off.
Turn it off and that's it.
I love it. So how old are you? Let me guess.
5.
I was gonna say 15. You're not 15?
What's today?
Today's your birthday? Happy birthday, Jackson. That's awesome. Here, I'll give you a birthday slap, okay? Can you say one smart fellow?
One smart fellow.
Can you say one smart fellow, he felt smart? Come on, one smart fellow, he felt smart.
One smart fellow, he felt smart.
He felt smart? Okay, good. Two smart fellows, they felt smart.
Two smart fellows, they smell fart.
I love my job. How could you not love this stuff? Like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along as we showcase people living the aquascape lifestyle. One smart fellow, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. 3 smart fellows, they all felt smart. One take. So Dan, you put this pond in 20 years ago, huh?
Yeah, at least 20 years ago.
20 years ago. I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. And this is
Connor.
Dan puts ponds and gardens up here in Michigan. And 20 years ago, what year in business is this for you?
34.
So you put your first pond in 34 years ago.
34 when I was 18. I know I don't look it.
You still got hair too.
Yeah.
And it's all about showcasing how people live the aquascape lifestyle. Let's check out another beautiful pond. Oh, what a beautiful garden.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, another Greg.
What's going on?
How you doing, sir? Nice to meet ya.
I can remember your name.
I heard this pond's been here for 20 years, Greg.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, it's a little Shih Tzu?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Her
Maggie.
name? Maggie? Hello.
Hi. me. You are?
I am Greg, the same as your older brother.
I will remember that.
So you've lived here for how long?
40 years.
Holy cow, wow.
We plant roots.
I'm loving this. Look at these daisies.
Yeah.
Oh, the birds, of course the birds. And I love the koi. I come right in and the koi is just totally mounted on the algae down there. Beautiful. It's like nature in your backyard, huh?
Well, that's what you guys advertise.
This is spectacular. I love this. There's a little bit of grass. You got a little bit of grass to mow there, huh, Greg?
Little patch.
Oh, man.
This is why we don't move. You know, this is our oasis.
Yeah, why would you? You got vacation at home. So are you both gardeners? Is that, that's her?
I cut the grass.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a high five, sister.
Oh.
This is fantastic.
We used to have an above-ground pool back here. When that was no longer useful because the kids getting the ages that they were, we just had this blank slate of possibilities. And I just had a vision of putting a water feature back here, and as Providence would have it, and we've had a relationship with him ever since.
What do people say they come in here? Because they might have expected to see an above ground swimming pool. What do you tell people? Like, what do they say when they come over here?
Blown away.
Uh-huh.
You know, they
Yeah.
can't believe it. They look at the front of the house, it's nice, but they come back here and not expecting to see this oasis.
You know what they expect to see is the grass and the neighbors.
Yes.
You know?
And it's very zen. You know,
Uh-huh,
to
amen.
come back here, and even though you have the close proximity to your neighbors and such, you just feel that you're in this retreat.
Yes.
And that's what our ultimate vision was. I am privileged to be able to nurture nature. That's how I look at
I love it. Talk about the difference between an ecosystem-based pond and a swimming pool, because people are used to swimming pools.
Less keep, less upkeep.
It's nature.
Once it's balanced and you have the right natural enzymes that you use to control
The
everything,
bacteria.
it's less work.
You've got a skimmer to empty,
Yeah.
and then once a year you do a clean out, or Dan does a clean out,
Yeah.
comes and cleans out the biofalls up there, and then it just kind of goes. Feed the fish.
Yeah, and we do keep a bubbler in the
Two
pond.
bubblers.
That's a cardinal for the winter. How do you tell?
Yeah, because it's only 2 feet deep, but the fish live out here year round as long as there's a hole open for oxygen to get in, carbon dioxide to get out. Zone 5, Michigan, the fish are fine.
That's right.
We've always kept the fish in the pond.
That's a red attraction water lily, just gorgeous. And this is an ecosystem-based pond. So it's got the fish, it's got the plants. I love how the edges are so filled in, and you even with small rocks in, this is the way you used to build them. Talk a little bit about that.
We used to build all this with small rock, whatever we could carry in.
Yep.
I think the largest rock on this one's maybe 12 to 18 inches, and that's it.
Right. But you know, the ground covers are just growing in and softening up the borders, and then you've got some plants over here that are just softening up this side. I mean, you can't even see any stone on this back end over there.
Yes, it really integrates right with the landscape around it. And there's our dragonfly right here on the...
Yep. And people always wonder about mosquitoes, and we say that a male dragonfly can eat up to 175 mosquitoes a day.
Oh, wonderful.
And any mosquito larvae that get laid in here will get sucked right into the skimmer and chewed up by the pump. So you actually hurt the neighborhood mosquito population when you put a water feature in. This biofalls has been running so long, the ground's actually eroded away. You can't even see it back here from the house, but you can see there's the outline of the biofalls.
We used to have an area over here that we sat and we'd watch the fish, and it would just entertain you the whole night.
It's amazing how the stress just goes away. What is the story with this? Deep piece of shining state, deep piece of quiet earth. What's the story with that?
It's like a peace pole.
A peace pole.
Yes.
I love it. I'm gonna call this the Peace Pole Pond. Tell me what yard you would like. This backyard over here or that backyard over there. All they got's a grill. I'm taking this backyard. And what's cool is it's so big because you can't see everything. You got a nice deck here, and you're gonna wanna walk around, you're gonna wanna see things and check it out. So the more stuff you have going on in a smaller backyard, the bigger the space feels. This space feels so much bigger than just having an empty lawn with a grill in it. Oh my goodness.
Do you
You
remember,
remember
that?
those?
This is 1997. There's Bill and Susan Rickert from Built Them a Pond. Yep, this is, we used to send this out. That's when my company was called Aquascape Designs. Now it's just Aquascape. So did Dan give you this?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is the backyard here, huh?
This was 7 years ago.
Oh, you won a contest, huh?
Yep.
That is gorgeous. You can see how it's changed a little bit because right where the garden is right now, that's where you used to have your little seating area.
Right.
And now you put a garden over there.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, when you see these pictures of,
Is it like this when we got here?
This is where the pool was.
Yes.
So this is, before this was a pond, you had an above ground swimming pool, and when Dan came in, that's probably what it looked like.
This is what?
I'll take the pond any day over the pool. Look at that when it's all in its glory. That's about how much grass you should have. The rest should be a garden and pond. So what's involved in the creation of this little ecosystem paradise I have back here?
So this one's got about 8,000 pounds of rock. It's 11 by 16 pond. It's got the old classic style skimmer, mechanical skimmer.
With the net, but it still works, right?
We upgraded, we did put a new check valve on. It's got a long meandering stream to it. We just, last year or 2 years ago?
Last year.
We upgraded the filter because the white pine, the root systems had pulled apart the plumbing. So I said at that time, why don't we move it so you can see it from the house a little bit better.
Okay, so you moved the biofalls over a little bit for better visibility from the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Today, I think this is going for about $12,000.
So would that be a good investment? $12,000 for 20 years of enjoyment? And so there's the new biofalls that got moved over from back there, I guess, and just tucked away so that they can actually see it from the main viewing area. So you have a lot of birds that come here, huh? There's a beautiful yellow finch right there, right on the beak of the heron. That would never happen in real life, but it will happen in a backyard ecosystem pond.
When we had the pond.
Oh, another one. So one just flew away, one came in and took his space. One of the things that I want to say with this channel is you don't have to have mega bucks, you don't have to have a mega yard. This is a traditional neighborhood. They've lived here for over 20 years with this aquascape ecosystem pond, and now they don't even want to move because they enjoy it so much. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I have a product that people actually enjoy so much they don't want to leave their house. We like to say a water feature turns a house into a home, and this is a prime example of that. And also friends. You know, Dan is friends with these people because he's been maintaining their pond for over 20 years. This is what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. If you want to live the aquascape lifestyle too and find a certified aquascape contractor in your area, check out the link below and follow along because this is truly a passion of mine and it's a passion for all of our CACs. I love my job.